Hello everyone, my name is Ana Gallego, and as part of the Feeling Better project, we are doing a series of videos to better cope with the COVID-19 situation that we are all facing at the moment. This Feeling Better project is organized by the Contextual Behavioural Science Lab at the University College Dublin. In the first video, Varsha Murthy was talking about self-compassion. Then Greg Stynes talked about how to connect with what matters. Alison Stapleton brought us into the here and now, into contact in the present moment. And Caroline Leão invited us to explore negative thoughts and emotions as they are without trying to push them away or avoiding them. And now I invite you to talk about how to engage in activities that are important to us, that are in line with what we care about. And since the outbreak, our routines have been massively disruptive, and the things that we were doing before are no longer possible to do them, at least not in the same way, so that we need to readapt to this new situation. And as we are readapting, we can explore new formulas, new strategies, and see what works best for us, so that we can breathe that sense of meaning and purpose in our lives. I invite you to explore with me these SMART goals, and the acronym SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. Why specific? So goals that are specific have a significantly greater chance of being accomplished. We must consider who is involved in this goal, what do I want to accomplish, where is it going to be achieved, when do I want to achieve this goal, and why do I want to achieve it. So for instance, if you say I want to exercise more, it's something very broad and it doesn't give much cues to us. But if you said I want to run, I want to do it every Saturday, I'm gonna do it at 12 o'clock, and I'm gonna do it around the lake. So we are bringing much more specific cues so that we can engage in that activity. And a goal must have a criteria of measuring progress. So if there is no criteria, we will not have any cue of knowing if we are on track or if we are out of track. And to make the goal measurable, you can ask yourself how many times or how much do I want to do it, and how do I know if I reached the goal, and what is my indicator of progress. And I have created a printable guide that you can you can print it if you have a printer available, but you can anyway you can download it and you can look at it more carefully. And in that printable guide, there is a habit track in which you can, put your goals, the things that you want to achieve, and you can track them. So if you wrote, I want to run once a week, every time that you do it, you can tick it. So that will help you to measure if you are in track. A SMART goal must be achievable and attainable, and this will help you to figure out ways that you can realize that goal and work towards it. And for this, you can ask yourself, do I have the resources and capabilities to achieve this goal? And if not, what am I missing? How others have done this successfully before? And a SMART goal must be realistic, in that the goal can be achieved given the resources that we have available and the time that we have available. Yeah, and a SMART goal must be time bound, in that we have a time to start and a time to accomplish it, and so that we kind of push ourselves towards improving across time. Does my goal have a deadline? When do I want to achieve this goal? For instance, if we come back to the exercising goal, you can establish, okay, I want to run 5K by the 13th of June, so that you can divide that in sections. And okay, I want to first be able to exercise 1K by in 2 weeks. And then I want to exercise 3K in 3 weeks. And then you can little by little push yourself into progressing. Why is it important to build SMART goals? So often individuals or business will set themselves into failure by setting general and realistic goals. But if we set up goals that are specific, that are measurable, that are achievable, that are realistic and timely, so these SMART goals help us to push ourselves further and give us a sense of direction, and it helps us to organize and reach our goals. And yeah, it keeps us to be in track as we are measuring and we are very specific, and we have a goal that it needs to be due in a specific amount of time. Yeah, and as I mentioned, I have created this printable guide that you can find down below, so that you can explore further these SMART goals, and you can also see this habit track table. And I hope that you all and your beloved ones are healthy and safe. And I also hope that this series of videos in the project, in the Feeling Better project, are useful for you and gives you tips and strategies and tools to better cope with this situation. Yeah, and I hope you are all doing well, and I highly recommend you to watch the other videos if you haven't watched them. Thank you very much. Bye.